Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha, the God, and today I want to talk about Mikasa, the sad, lonely story of Mikasa. Now, in the latest episode, now manga readers are going to be like, oh well, I've already seen this. I already knew. That's fine. That's okay. Don't worry. We don't care either. Anyways, we continue. So Mikasa, we discovered in the latest episode of Attack on Titan. I hope all of you got premium. You better have Crunchyroll premium. They're not sponsoring me, but you all better have it, because otherwise, spoilers alert. So we discovered that Mikasa has not. This is actually something I knew beforehand. I knew this actually over a year ago. Because I stopped watching Attack on Titan. Mainly because it was simply taking far too long per season, and I kind of fell out of it because of that. But I watched this video that explains the Ackerman and explains a few other things. Now the manga goes into much greater detail than the anime has thus far, and I discovered about the Ackerman and discovered about the founding Titan, and from that I was like, this story seems way crazier and way more like spectacular than I remember it. So if you watch the whole thing, and you know, it is my own personal opinion, that it's the greatest show I've seen thus far, if the ending lands, only if the ending lands. So yeah, Mikasa Ackerman, she is controlled by the modifications within her to forcefully protect Eren without her own cognitive control. And she discovered this, and the point was even proven further, because a lot of people were angry at Mika's like, why did she stop Armin, who's protecting her and attacking Eren for her? She didn't want to. She wasn't trying to. She literally broke down because she realized her body just did it automatic. That's the sadness in it. If we go back to the story and notice every time she's done it, most of the time it has been reasonable. Remember, she stopped herself from attacking somebody that was attacking Eren. I think Jean at some point, because she realized Jean has no intent of hurting Eren. Right? There's no intent of hurting Eren, and therefore she didn't protect him because she knows there was no intent. But here, Armin has never attacked Eren before. There's never been a situation where Eren and Armin have fought each other, not within her presence and not even without her presence. And we see that in this, Armin clearly wants to, attack Eren and quote unquote hurt Eren, and it's the first time she's ever seen it. So her cognitive mind and doesn't have a choice. Her body, her mechanics and her subconscious just force her to protect at that very moment. And I think that's one of the saddest things you can have, because up until this time, she thought it was because he saved her, that she's always felt a compelling and a willingness to protect him by any means necessary. But unfortunately, some of the times, which are probably all blurred into one crazy mesh now, some of the times she had no control. Even if she knew he deserved it at that moment, she knew Eren deserved to get hit. She knew that. She wanted to be there for Armin at that moment, but she couldn't. I don't know how the Ackerman thing breaks at all. I'm not too sure. Levi doesn't seem to have anybody to trigger his protection, to trigger protection for him. He just seems to just be built like that. For some reason, he just been built like that. Maybe it happened when his mother got killed. I don't know. But yeah, Levi is just different. Same as Cammy. The two of them are just different. I don't know how they activated theirs. I hope to learn more about them. I want to talk about Levi, but I'm not going to talk about Levi in this video because I don't want to cry. Levi, please don't die. Please don't die. But man, it's such a tragedy for Mikasa. She's basically must feel like an imposter within her own body. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I hope she can somehow break this Ackerman curse, because I feel like she might be the one needed to kill Eren Yeager. I wish Erwin was here. Erwin Smito. I wish our boy was here, man. This revolution would have never happened with that man in charge. Alas. Our Mikasa. I feel like she deserves a redemption arc, even though like she didn't do anything wrong. She deserves a happier ending. I'm not really convinced that Attack on Titan will end happily. I don't really see it, considering everybody's plans doesn't really involve a happy ending. Eren's plan is to essentially euthanize the whole Eldian race. Everybody else's plan is to preserve themselves. And then the world's plan is to decimate Eldians as well. Eren and Zeke just want to end the suffering and end the reign of Titans completely, because they understand the potential dangers of future generations and kids and other families and the world. They're not selfish. The goal is like Thanos ending half the universe. The flaws in their strategies and thinking, but ultimately they're saving Earth, like people, from suffering. That's the goal, to end suffering. What do you guys think Mikasa's arc will be? What do you guys think will happen with Mikasa? No manga spoiler readers. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna make a theory, just you can't really make a theory if you read it, to be honest. So sorry, manga readers. I must just put spoilers in your comment if you have some thoughts. But yeah, I just felt really bad for Mikasa this chapter, and this episode, and it really broke me. I was like, golly, like Mikasa doesn't have full control, and it is, and imagine this is from somebody that already knew that she doesn't have full control, but I kind of forgot. You know what I mean? It's been like 2 years. I kind of forgot. It's insane. And I said I watched it this year. I don't know why I said I watched it this year. I watched it like last year or the year before. I can't remember. Like a minute ago is when I caught up. COVID got this schedule timeline all over the place for me, bro. So it's tough. I don't know what day, month, week it is half the time. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Mikasa and being controlled? I really think it's a sad state of mind, man. I could imagine yourself in that position where your body automatically does something that you don't even want to be done. I'm positive she wanted to punch the shit out of Eren there and then, but because she had intent of hurting him, I think that her Ackerman bloodline is preventing her. Now we obviously know that Eren is lying, that he doesn't care about or he never liked Mikasa. That's just an absolute bold-faced lie. We know his actions prove otherwise, and we also understand, this might be a spoiler so I won't say it, but we also understand that he does his best to keep them alive by any means necessary. He wouldn't have fought so hard to keep Armin alive. He wouldn't have fought so hard, and unlock a whole new ass power for the sake of Mikasa, out of desperation to save Mikasa, not himself, but to save Mikasa. This is extremely important. This is like, they've given us everything we need to know about Eren. But at the same time, he feels like he needs to separate himself, to sever his bonds. I hope y'all kept the same fucking energy when Sasuke felt like he had to sever his bonds. You know what I'm saying? These are people that care about him and have always cared about him and have looked out for him, and he has done the same to them and for them. But he feels like he could waver if he allows them to continue being friends. He could waver in his goal, in his ultimate goal. And the only way to have unwavering conviction is to sever these bonds and to continue on like a martyr, towards and forwards for his goals. Anyways, it's been your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Love me like a rasta in your dreams.
Love me like a rasta in your dreams. Drive me like a sports car on codeine. I'm overdosing. It's just another